Jai Hind to all. This is Santosh Mishra. I am working in Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College in Information Technology Department. In today's lecture, we will study about JavaScript and we will understood how can we implement JavaScript in our web pages and what are the ways to apply some validations on our Java web pages. In our HTML web pages, we can apply basically, let's start what the JavaScript is. Basically, JavaScript is a scripting language that we can use in both client side and server side scripting. We can apply our script we can write our script for both client side and server side by using JavaScript. Before JavaScript, we use VB script as a client side scripting language and ASP as a server side scripting language. But JavaScript has the advantage that we can write our script on both client side and server side. So we are basically saying script. The script is a small code that can be efficiently execute. So let's start it. Let's move. So here we will understand. We have understood now what the JavaScript is. We have understood what the JavaScript is. JavaScript. We can write our script for both client side and server side. In JavaScript, if we want to declare some variables, then we can declare it in three ways. The first, we use var keyword. We will write var, then space, name of the variable, and after that put a semicolon. We can declare a variable by let keyword also, let space x. We have declared a variable x of var type. We can use let also. We may write let space x. Here also we have declared a variable x by the let keyword, and there is another way, const keyword is also there to declare a variable. Here x variable has been declared. The var was supported in previous JavaScripts. Before 2015, there is this technique was used. After that, this let keyword has been defined, and the latest version of JavaScript use this let keyword to declare a variable. Here you can see that there is no need to declare the data type of the variable. The value we assign, the data type will be automatically of that type. If we assign a string in x, then the data type of x will be automatically of a string type, and if we assign number, then it will be automatically integer type. If we assign some floating number, it will be automatically of float type. And this const keyword we prefer to use when we don't want to change the value of this x. And this const keyword is used to declare some array variable or objects in the JavaScript. Object name is of const type. It should be declared as const type. Then this is the way to declare variables in JavaScript. The first thing is variable. Secondly, the operators. If we talk about data type, I have already told you that there is no need to declare the type of the data exclusively at the time of declaration of the variable. The type of value that will assign to the variable, its type will be automatically of that type. So there is no need to worry about the data type of the variable in JavaScript. Now the third thing is operators. Operators. JavaScript provide all the operators that we have already studied in C language. It has some additional operators also, but all the arithmetic operator like plus, minus, multiply, divide, modulus are supported by this JavaScript. Means arithmetic operator are there. Arithmetic operators are there. Then there is relational operator. There is relational operator. Relational operators. Arithmetic is plus, minus, multiply, divide, modulus. All are supported by JavaScript. And these relational operators are used to check the relationship between the variables, and that may be either true or false, and for that the symbol of is greater than, lesser than, greater than equals to, lesser than equals to, and not equals to. This is the relational operators. All the relational operators are provided by this JavaScript. Then there is logical operators, logical and, logical or, logical not. Logical operator is also there in JavaScript. Means similarly, assignment operator is there. We can assign. Assignment operator is also there. Assignment operator, and assignment operator is equals to, plus equals to, minus equals to, multiply equals to, divide equals to, and modulus equals to. All the operators that we have studied in Java or C are all provided in JavaScript too. So this type of operators are provided by, generally the operators we already studied are also provided in JavaScript too. Next, the conditional statement. Conditional statements. The conditional statements, if else, then nested if else, nested if else, then if else, if, then switch case. Switch case. All these 5 conditional statements are also provided by the JavaScript. Its syntax is same as the syntax of C language or Java language. See, the same thing can be used in our JavaScript also. Now the next thing that we should know, what are the iterative statements, means looping statement. Iterative statements, or we can also say looping. The for loop is there, here also for loop is there, here also do while loop is there, and while loop is there. There is also for in and for on. These 2 loops are also there to iterate the values in JavaScript. So now the syntax of all these 3 is same as C or Java. Means for here you can use like for, here you will initialize something, then you will put some condition, and after that the increment or decrement is there. Same syntax as the C language or Java language. So now how we can define a function in JavaScript? Now we have moved to creation of functions in JavaScript. to create a function, as we all know that the function, the set of instructions written together to perform some particular task is called a function, and we can create the set of instruction within a single name by the use of this function in JavaScript also. And to create a function in JavaScript, you have to write function keyword, and after that you have to provide the name of the function, and after that provide the set of parameters in this bracket that you want to pass to the function at the time of invocation of the function, and after that define the body of the function, the methodology of the function in this curly braces. This is also called the body of the function. Okay, so to create a function, you have to write the function keyword, and after that provide the name of the function, and after that in this bracket you can provide the set of parameters. Okay, or you can leave it as blank also, and after that write the body of the function in this open close curly braces. This way you can create a function. There are a set of predefined functions, and there are we can define our own function like this also. You can directly call the some functions in JavaScript that has been already declared, that we will come across in coming lectures. So here I am explaining some predefined function, like there is a alert function that has been already defined in JavaScript to create a dialog box to prompt the user, to alert the user. And here we can write like this, we can write alert, and here we have to pass some string. Let's say I have passed enter your name, or error. I have passed error on page. Whenever this alert will be encountered, there will be a pop-up window open, and here this message error on page will be displayed. To display a message on the window, on the pop-up window over the user screen, you can use this alert dialog box. There is another dialog box, that is prompt dialog box. There is also a dialog box called prompt, PROMPT. In this prompt dialog box, you have to pass two parameters. The first parameter is a message that will be displayed to the pop-up window, that will be displayed to a pop-up window on user screen. Let I have written enter name, enter your name. And the second parameter is, let's understand what will be the output of the prompt function. Whenever the prompt function will be called, then there will be a pop-up window opened over the user screen, over the client screen. This message that you have passed as a first parameter will be displayed on this page, enter your name, and after that there will be a text field will be there, and whatever you want to enter in this text field, by default you may mention over here in this second parameter. And if you want that this text field should be blank, you can put it as blank also, like this. And once you enter here something, I am using this prompt like this, enter your name, and in the second parameter I am using I am writing name please, name please. Then this first parameter will be displayed as a message on the pop-up window to prompt the user to enter your name, and there will be a text field also, and in this text field this will be by default written name please, name please, and this will automatically selected, it will be selected by default, and whenever the user enters something this will be erased. This way, once you want to prompt the user to take one input, you can use the prompt dialog box also. Okay. Similarly, there is also another dialog box called confirm dialog box, and this confirm dialog box you can confirm the user, you can pop up a message to confirm the user, and here let I do you want to are you let I am writing are you sure to delete. I am writing this message in this confirm dialog box. Then this confirm dialog box will open a dialog box, and here this message will be written, are you sure to delete, and there will be two buttons here, yes or no, yes and no. Once you will press yes, then true will be returned by this confirm dialog box, and once you press no, then the false will be returned. This way you can use some predefined functions to open the dialog boxes, pop-up boxes. You can use alert, you can use prompt, or you can use confirm. There are a number of predefined functions. These three are to open some pop-up windows. You can create your own function, as I have already told you in this here. This syntax you can follow to create your own function. So you have understood how can you define a variable, how can you create some conditional statement, looping statement, how can you create some functions, and let use all these concepts to implement our Java script in our HTML pages, in our web pages. As you all know that web pages may be created by some hypertext language, that is HTML, and in that HTML you can use your JavaScript to create either client side script or server side script. So let's understand how can you implement JavaScript in your web pages. To use some script in our web pages, there are two methods. The first method, you can write your script in here. We have a HTML. I am explaining the way to implement a script on your web pages. What are the different ways to apply some script on your web pages? So there are two ways. There first one is some internal script, or second one is some external script. Types of script, types, if we talk about types of is JavaScript, a type of script you can implement your methods of writing script. There are two types. First one is internal script, or you can write external script, So let's understood how we can write internal script first. To write your internal script, you have to use a script tag. Here I am using head HTML, then head, and in this head you will use a script tag to write your script. And here write scripts, and after the script close the script tag. As we all know that HTML tags are not case sensitive, you can use upper and lower cases both or combination of that. After that close this head section, and after that open the body, use your content here, close the body tag, and after that close the HTML tag. This way you can use your script, you can create your internal script. To write the external script, you have to open some other file. We have opened some notepad, and there you write your script. Open some another file and write your script, then name the script with some .js extension. The extension of your script file will be .js, and this .js may be, now here I want to use external script, so I am in here we have to write a script. Then there is a attribute of script tag src. Write src equals to and the name of your script, or if it is on some another place, then write the with path, then write the name of a script with complete path. So here I have mentioned external script in this src attribute. So this way you can use your external script in your web pages. Previously I have told you how can you use an internal script. Then here are the way to use your external script also. Now write a script. Now let's write a script that prompt some user to enter the name and then welcome that name dynamically. So let's understand it. I am creating some script that will prompt the user to enter his or her name, and that name will be taken by your script to print somewhere. So let's start. I am using a script in head section, and in this head section I have used a script tag means, and here I am writing my script, and in this script we will see how can you write, and then we will close the script tag, and then we will open our body tag, and in this body tag I am creating some p tag, and this p tag have a id, let's say demo, and this p tag here I am not written anything. This p open is closing means here nothing has been written. Then this body tag is closed, and then this HTML is closed. Okay, so here I want to prompt something. Okay, so I am writing a message, a function I am calling a prompt function to enter the name of the user. Enter your name, and second parameter is blank, means the text field will be blank. The prompt, as you all know, that prompt display a message and a text field. This message will be displayed in the pop-up window and this text field will be blank. And this returns the value entered in this text field. That value I am storing in some variable n. You have already know that to declare a variable in JavaScript, we may use let keyword. So I have entered this I have used this prompt keyword to take the input from the user, and that input I have put in this n variable. So now I want, means what will happen when this function will be called, a window will be open and it will be asking for to enter your name by writing this message, and there will be a text field. Here user has entered, let's say user have entered AKGEC, then this function prompt will return this AKGEC to this variable n, and this variable now have some text value. So I want to display this value of n here in this p tag. I want to make the content n to this p tag over here. To access some inner HTML tags, the value written between some tag is called inner value. We can use inner HTML to access this. So to completely access this place to display the value of the variable n over here, you have to write document. You have to write, let's make some space over here, document. Let's make some space over here. I am writing this from the beginning so that you have proper space. I have written document dot, there is a method get element by id in JavaScript. So you have to, and this has been defined in document. So document, there is a DOM methodology that we will explain later on. Document dot get element by id, and understood that JavaScript is case sensitive. HTML is not case sensitive, but JavaScript is case sensitive. So this get element by id is a predefined method. So in all predefined method, you have to use camel casing. So I have used camel case technique. So this you have to write same as I have written. Means this E will be capital, this B will be capital, I will be capital. Document dot get element by id. Here you have to pass the id of the tag that you want to access. So here the id is demo. I have passed demo over here. Okay. Now document dot get element by id, and id is demo. The dot, if I write inner HTML dot inner HTML, I have written dot inner HTML. Okay, equals to means once you will write document dot get element by id dot inner HTML, so the JavaScript will access the inner part of this id. So here this position will be accessed, and here you have written what? N. You have written n. This is a single line. Understood? This is a one line. Means document dot get element by id, and id is demo dot inner HTML equals to n. Now this n will be written over here. Okay, this way you can enter, you can dynamically access the value by some JavaScript. So now we will close this script tag, and after that we will close head tag, and then we will start body tag, and this way you can create your script like this. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's understand how can you create a function and call it in our HTML pages. I am creating a function. So this function will be created by some scripting language, and we are studying JavaScript. So we will write the JavaScript code to create a function. So let's start it. I am writing HTML, then head, and in this head section I am writing script tag, and this script tag now contain your script. And here I want to create a user defined function, so I will write, I have already told you the syntax to create a function in JavaScript. So I am writing function. You have to write function, then the name of the function, and here I am writing the function name as add. Here I am passing two parameter. Let parameter is x and y. You need not to declare the data type of variable. Not even you have to write the let. You can write the let also at the time of definition of the function, but if you leave it, then it will also work. So I am defining the body of this function, and what this function is doing, this function is just returning x plus y. This function is just returning x plus y. Whenever it will be called, it will return x plus y. You can also do that. You can create some methodology, and you can call this, you can create like p tag you can create, and by document.get element by id dot inner html you can print this function there also. You can directly access over here. I have created this function over this head section, and now close this script tag. Okay, and head section I also closed. Now I want to call this function. So in our body section of our page, we want to call this function. To call this function, we can directly create a function to call this function. Okay, so to call this function, I am creating a button, and on clicking of that function, I will call this add function. So to create a button, I am using button tag. I am creating a button tag, and in this on this button tag, on click event has been called, and in this on click event I am calling this add function. This add function have two variables, so I am passing two values over here. Okay, I have called this add function over here after click on the button name is click. Okay, so once you will click on click button, this add function will be called, and this 10 and 20 will be passed to this x and y, and it will return the sum of that. This way you can call the function that you have created. Okay, I hope you understood how can you create your own function and how can you call it. Okay, now after that we will study the rest of the concept in the coming lecture. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We will meet in the next lecture. Thank you.